Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, hey.
Good evening. All these people in the chat. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all waiting on us?
It's absentee's fault.
Everything's my fault. It's all right. I'm good with that.
I was.
Oh,
I had initially had plans on us streaming this, and we may stream 30 minutes, so it doesn't start till 8 o'clock. But anyway, I was hoping to be able to get into a little bit of live action with it, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do that. So those of you that are just now getting here, so what we're talking about is the January 6th um, protest slash insurrection slash worst thing ever happened slash runs on reruns every night on the television. Yeah.
yep. The
And
boogeyman is getting his trial on TV. Boogity, boogity, boogity.
I can honestly say I have watched it 0 times. So
Well, I mean, you can't have watched it yet. It ain't even started.
no, I'm talking about they've got a network that shows a January 6th kind of filtered down situation. It's on every night, every single night.
That's depressing.
Well, we all know what this is. They have run the country into the ground like a Yugo with a flat tire.
What?
And so this is the only thing they've got left to try and gain some traction and take everybody's eyes off how bad everything is. I mean, everywhere you look, it's a dumpster fire. So this is them going to get out there and prance around to talk about, in front of the camera, how it was an insurrection and how Trump, Orange Man bad, and he caused this, and this was incited, and that was incited. And it's a sham committee. I mean, they say it's bipartisan. The two fucktard Republicans on it might as well be Democrats.
Yeah. Liz Cheney is a Democrat.
Well, between her and whatever his name from Illinois, I can't remember his full name. It starts with a K. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, well,
Just saying.
it's Illinois, so.
It's the PRI. You're correct. But, you know, I can't take any government agency seriously that claims that January 6th was an insurrection. Anybody with more than 20 IQ points knows that's complete bullshit. So, if nothing, it's going to be bad theater tonight. We all know this, and we all know what all the talking points are going to be. It's all about Trump and his lies. Is it worth watching to see what kind of BS they're trying to feed everybody? Well, I mean, I guess. I don't know if I'm going to, because I'll probably want to throw something at my TV.
Right, them things are expensive. Us hardworking Americans actually got to try to pay for shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Instead of five-finger discount during an actual riot where you burn down the city of Milwaukee.
Exactly.
What?
Exactly.
What? I'm sorry, not a riot. The peaceful protest.
That was a mostly peaceful protest, dude. They were only burning some things. Come on.
Peaceful protest. They were only burning down the shit that they go to on a regular basis anyway.
Well, it's like Ferguson, they.
Yeah, I remember Ferguson. That one dipshit firebombed his own fucking business.
Yeah. You know that when I travel, when I travel with the PRI, which I try to limit as much as possible, if I'm catching a flight out of St. Louis, which is the closest airport, I go through Ferguson, and it looks like one of the condemned neighborhoods after Katrina, because everything's boarded up, tore up, nothing reopened. It's like,
so it looks like Detroit for the last 20 years.
Pretty much, yeah. Exactly. Oh, did you see where the Michigan gubernatorial candidate got arrested today?
Oh yeah, ain't that convenient?
Yeah, over January 6th.
The only dude, the GOP candidate leading in the polls, who was expected to absolutely spank old Whitmer.
Yep. Yep.
mysteriously arrested over January 6th stuff. He's never been even
Yep.
subpoenaed by this committee.
Exactly.
But
See?
but you know, because we'd never abuse federal authority to
Oh no.
influence elections.
The
Not in
folks in
this
charge in the
country.
White House, they would never do such a thing. That was no. They would never sink to that level. And
Hey,
if you
hey,
believe that shit,
yeah, right.
I got beachfront
Right.
property in Phoenix for you.
Oh, you too?
Yeah.
You must have got the same property right next to what I got.
Yep. Same damn realtor, buddy.
So, yeah, but you know, it's like it's been said in our chat right here. It's 100% misdirection. It's all about keeping
Sure.
people's eyes off the midterms.
Yes.
You know, this dude's been. So what's going to happen? Here's what's going to happen up there in Michigan. That cat's arrested. And he's going to be held by the FBI until just after midterms, when and Whitmer gets reelected. Then he'll be released and all charges will be dropped.
If they do that,
You can take it to the bank
if they do, because when's the midterms there?
in like 3 months.
If they hold him for 3 months and do some shady shit like that, that's
Take it to the bank.
I'm not saying it won't happen, but I'm just saying if that was to
I mean,
happen, that should
Apparently,
be.
look here, we can hold people in prison without actually officially charging for them as long as we want now, as long as it's a federal thing.
Right, because
You
of
know.
the whole Patriot Act bullshit that we
You
got
know.
suckered in.
Because that's how they've been keeping all these people over there in jailed up from the 6th of January.
Well, you know, talking about the 6th, Vanguard had asked for some news articles on it back earlier today, and I fired a bunch of them to him. Of course, like a dumbass, I said, well, it doesn't make much sense for me to forward him a bunch of shit I haven't read. So I started going through and, weeding through them. And in one of them, they claimed that 7 people died behind that on the 6th, which that's a lie. And they claimed 150 officers were injured. Where? Where were they at?
Well,
Were they tripping over each other trying to get in a fucking Dunkin' Donuts somewhere? Because there wasn't nobody getting hurt there.
No, they pinched their hands when they were tearing the cake.
Yeah, when they were opening the doors for people to let them in.
Man, that.
Uh-oh. We got Mr. Eagle himself coming
Ranger
in.
Jay's in the house.
We'll see how long it lasts. I mean, the internet has been total shite tonight.
Yeah, you got some of that liberal internet up there. It only works part of the time. It expects full payment.
Man, the internet's been like a kid on a trampoline today. Up, down, up, down, up, down.
You got some of that. You got some of that Democrat internet.
For a conservative state,
Only works part of the time. Doesn't do a good job when it does, and you expect it to be able to stick around forever.
Yep.
That Cricket wireless internet. Damn, old Saxman coming out with shots.
oh,
You want to sit there and take that, Jay? Come on now.
it's all right. Hey, just think, anything I say can and will.
Yeah, that's a tenfold. But yeah, no, I agree. T, yeah, I think you're absolutely right. It's like when we used to do change of command ceremonies and stuff like that. It's all a dog and pony show. It's coming out and let me, wailing and gnashing of teeth. Let me rend my garments and tear out my hair. It's all for show and it's all garbage.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, I'm just saying, when Jesus saw that happen in his day, he let them know what was up. So, maybe we need to do the same.
Yeah.
Well,
Give them the laying of hands in a non-religious way.
Hey, preach, brother.
Well, the thing is that the more I see these things going on, and the more I see the desperation of the other side of the political spectrum here, we all know this is misdirection. We all know this is another attempt to throw something at the wall and try to get it to stick. I'm really beginning to get concerned about how divided things are becoming. I don't want to see something. I don't want to see violence behind
Well,
this.
certainly not. I don't think any reasonable person does. The unfortunate
Bring it
reality
on.
is well, I said reasonable people, so that automatically ruled you out. The unfortunate reality is
Said it. Fight me.
that we are teetering precariously on the brink of full scale civil conflict in this country.
That's what scares me. It truly does. And this bullshit tonight is going to do nothing but fuel the very people who eat that shit up.
Yeah, well, that's the
And-
goal.
Well, yeah, I understand. It's to stoke the fire. I'm with the rest of you guys. I didn't just fall off a fucking turnip truck. But
It was an onion truck, wasn't it?
you know what? Whatever. I'm surprised you fuckers didn't say it was a wagon.
Well, because we knew you'd bring it up yourself. Consider your foot to be shot.
That's all right. I'm used to it. But I guess I'm really concerned. And normally
I think it's that you have good reason to be concerned. I think that it would be a lack of concern would be concerning. I believe more so than not. Because it's a matter of being able to see what's going on and saying, well, shit, this don't look so good.
True. It amazes me the number of people who either are buying into this narrative or are just oblivious. It's like, how can you not understand what's happening or not take notice of what's happening? You got to be buying fucking gasoline.
I think
You got to
what
be
it
going to
is.
the grocery store.
See, the last time, people just stuck their head in the sand.
Yep.
Well, I guess I'll just have to cancel my Netflix, or some bit like that. Oh, I guess the kids just can't do football, and they'll just moan and drag their lip and knuckles. Oh, I guess we'll just have to pay it. There's nothing we can do.
Right.
My God, go to the store, get some Miracle Grow, and start just buying your nuts, because some people are lacking a lot of testicular fortitude.
Facts.
I mean, it's sad. It is sad.
Yep.
There's just way too many henpecked men out there, and they're just kowtowing this. Oh, I just better do what I'm told.
Well, I don't know if
it's
that's
ridiculous.
henpecked. Not all of them are
No,
henpecked.
there's a lot of henpecked men out there. I'm going to tell you.
Okay, well,
I have to agree. Me and Ranger Jay have been talking about, and it's not just in regards to this; it's in regards to a whole litany of things. But the greatest symptom of it is the fact that our country is in the position that it's in because of a lack of masculinity, and I don't mean like that whole what are the militant feminists call it, the toxic masculinity. I'm not talking about that kind of shit where you got meathead Chad at the gym, but I mean real men stepping up to be leaders.
well,
And hell yeah, April. A whole lot of pecker-headed females too. Absolutely. We free range with blaming folks around here, except for ourselves. It ain't never our fault.
Oh shit. Well, I mean, I saw something today talking about, getting real leaders and men, etc. Of course, this was more about indoctrinating children. And it was, let me see if I can remember it. Trans story time for ages 0 through 5 at the library.
Oh yeah. These public. You talking about the drag show, the drag queen?
That's it.
Yeah.
I think that was
drag
what I saw.
queen, drag queen story time, family friendly drag shows and shit like that. Used to be people be ashamed enough of themselves and their mental illnesses, and they keep that shit at home like Buffalo Bob.
But we're all off in the weeds.
Well, not really, because it's all kind of related.
I guess it is.
Sure.
I guess it is.
Because if we didn't have all these henpecked men, with their trans story time, no, we wouldn't be in these predicaments. We'd be out. Our founding fathers would be. They're just rolling in the grave.
Our founding fathers are probably saying we should have let the British win.
But there was a time in our history that our founding fathers did some things to some people because of situations that are happening just like right now.
Yeah, but I agree and I understand, but it's not. Things can't happen the way they would have happened back then.
Well,
not as easily.
I mean,
what you mean? You mean they're not rolling in the grave like a rotisserie chicken over at the store?
Oh no, they're doing that. That shit's happening.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's like a Dremel tool. But
that's high-speed shit. All I'm saying is it might be time to have another tea party and reestablish the fact that we're some coffee drinkers in this country.
Brother, I'll be right there with you, slinging the shit over the damn rail. I'm down.
So
I agree. This country's exactly where our forefathers stopped it from going before. We got taxation without representation.
Yep.
We've got tyrannical leader in government.
Yep.
The media, which is supposed to hold the government in check, is in bed with them.
In bed? Never mind. I'm not going to say. I'll keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, roger that. But, yeah, like you said, they stopped it. But how'd they stop it?
Well, they revolted.
Huh?
In the end, they revolted.
Right. Violence of action. Now, I'm not advocating. You hear that, FBI, NSA, and all you other ABC alphabet pieces of garbage? I'm not advocating. What I am saying is that it's going to happen.
If the ship's not righted, something's going to go sideways.
Right.
It's inevitable. You can't keep pushing a people and beating them down, trying to this death by 1,000 cuts shit into submission. Sooner or later, somebody's gonna get fed up.
Right. You beat a dog. You beat a dog enough times, he's gonna bite the shit out of you.
Yes, he is. You're right, and he ain't gonna give a shit because he ain't got nothing to lose.
Right. And I'm here to tell you the situation that's stacking up in this country right now. The taxation of gas and oil products and the increased costs and everything else. A hungry man is a desperate man, and there's a lot about to be a lot of hungry folks in this country.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is, people are looking for somebody to blame. Well, the reality is, we know who to blame.
Yeah, they're on Pennsylvania Avenue.
They parade that ass on TV all the time, just letting you know, hey, yeah, we're the ones to blame. Look how good we're doing.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're trying to sell their own bullshit. They figure it's like fake it till you make it. I mean, that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
They figure sooner or later they'll start believing their own shit, and the masses will too.
Hey, y'all make sure you like it and share. And we only got 5 people watching currently, and that's come on now, pass it around.
That's low.
Pass it around. I mean, shit, I'm funny. That's got to at least be worth a share.
Funny looking, funny smelling.
I didn't say what kind of funny. I just said funny.
No, okay.
And Patriot Nation, I had to agree with you. I wouldn't blame it all on participation trophies, but they probably have a whole hell of a lot to do with it. We wouldn't have governors like Newsom and Whitmer if we didn't have participation trophies.
Yeah.
This whole
That's
concept that everybody's a special little flower and nobody's a loser. Yeah, there's a lot of losers in life. It's okay. Don't suck so much. Maybe you won't lose next time.
Yeah. Try to excel at what you're good at instead of
Right.
excelling at nothing because you have no damn
unless you're
motivation.
Gavin Newsom and then just go home because you suck at everything.
Well, I mean,
He excels at sucking.
The only thing he's good at is being Nancy Pelosi's nephew. That's it.
that's why he's where he's at because of her.
Exactly why he's where he's at.
But see, this all goes back to the levels of corruption that have been dug in this country. I mean, career politicians, bad. That shit needs to end. The parties need to end. If you're elected into an office, you should have to represent the people who elected you. And
You mean like it was designed to do?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Everybody here saw The Patriot. That's how the shit is supposed to be.
Right.
Not
Regular Joe that travels to meet and
at their expense.
right.
Absentee running over a hill will get.
Here we
British are
go.
coming. The British are coming. Everybody knows Paul Revere first because Absentee didn't have a horse at the time.
See, it was Absentee riding a fake horse, like one of those little thick horses, and he had
Yeah,
chickens
there you go.
behind him with
Those
2
thick-
coconuts.
Oh, Monty Python style.
Hey, at least I was
Absolutely.
there. I was trying to do my part.
That's right.
What, Monty Python or at Revolution?
You know what? At this point, I'll take either one. I'm a fan of
Oh,
both.
okay. Monty Python or
So, but yeah, I mean, I agree. You know, I guess with this thing tonight, you know, I just wish people weren't so gullible.
Well,
They're
yeah,
easily led.
and that's the whole thing, really, that our government is dependent upon, is that people walk around with their head in the sand, with no
Ass.
clue about what's actually happening. You know what I mean? That they depend on being spoon-fed everything to have any scope of what's happening in this country. That's exactly what this circus show, this Barnum and Bailey show up there on Capitol Hill tonight. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Spoon feeding them some BS.
Yep.
And they will lap it up like a cat lapping up milk.
Yep, you're right. Absolutely. And
If they don't care, so long as they get that government check and they get that free cell phone and the utility bills paid for, they'll keep on.
Yeah.
Yes, Massa, let me vote any way you want to. That's what it boils down to.
Absolutely. I agree. I guess my thing is you got to really wonder. I mean, we already have our suspicions that they're doing this as misdirection, which we all know. But what is it they're trying to do right in front of our face that we're not catching?
Gun control bills.
Well, we know about the gun control bills, but I'm willing to bet there's something else we're missing because we're so caught up in the 50 other things they're doing.
Well, look for something along the lines of the Green New Deal, I'm sure. Something to do with, EV, electric vehicles or, something like that. Handing a little bit more of our property over to China. You can look on that. I would guess they're probably planning on sending another, 30 or 40 billion dollars over to Ukraine.
I had an epiphany today, and again, you may say I've got my tinfoil hat on too tight, but just think this through for a minute. I don't know how many of you own a house. All right, whatever you say. So, I don't know how many of you own a house or get those annoying ass calls where we want to buy your home. The same old bullshit. It's like your car's out of a warranty and they want to buy your house at the same time. That's all you hear on your phone. Well, think about this. I know in my area, and I'm assuming it's everywhere, you've got corporations coming in and buying out swaths of houses in subdivision. Yep. Okay? It's not an individual. It's like a investment firm.
Yep.
A lot of these investment firms are foreign. Okay? Now, think about this. If a private entity comes in, a corporation, and buys up, let's say, all the housing over time. They keep buying up the housing. And they're not selling the property, they're turning it into rentals.
Yeah, they control the market that way.
Well, okay, but let's keep going down this rabbit hole. So they now control the market. They now control the property. Okay? So there's no property to buy. You only can rent it. Now, let's go further down the rabbit hole. And let's say that they try to push the whole Great Reset. Okay? You don't own anything. You just do what you're told, and we'll make sure you're provided for. Right? That's the same old bullshit they keep pushing. So
it's like the Union Store back in the day.
There you go. You know what I'm talking about. So who's to say that they wouldn't contract with these investment firms, and that's who's going to mete out the housing?
Well, I think that's exactly what they're doing.
I mean, again, I have no proof. This was just me with too much free time on my hands today, I guess. Got to thinking about it because I got offered an enormous amount of money for my property. That
right.
I mean, in writing. I've never. Usually, it's just, "Hello, this is Fred. I want to buy your property." It's usually some of that bullshit. This was a written.
That was magical.
This was a written quote as is, and they were offering me 3 times what I paid for this house.
Well, you probably should have wiped your ass with it and mailed it back to them.
No. I held on to it actually to show it to my neighbor and piss him off because I'm an asshole.
What?
Hey, look, don't deny me my small pleasures in life. So, anyways, but yeah, I mean, for somebody, because everybody has to know that this bubble we're in is going to pop. It's going to burst. And it's going to be ugly. It's going to be worse than when Obama bin Laden was in office and the housing bubble collapsed. Isn't that when the last one hit?
Oh, it's going to be the scale of the Dust Bowl.
That's what I'm saying.
Or the market crash of 29 when you had all those, what would be Fortune 500 company dudes taking long drops off of the skyscrapers in New York.
Yes, sir. And that's what I'm talking about. So if you can just put yourself in that mindset for a minute and think about it, what I'm saying kind of has some merit.
Sure.
Because
you also think too, what happened after that? America got right for a few decades too.
Yeah, and then we got in a war and instituted fucking income tax. That worked out real well. I did see a meme along those lines. I'm sure everybody else here saw it too. Where isn't it the 14th Amendment that instituted the income tax?
16th Amendment.
16th. I'm sorry. Thank you for that. But Bedshitter in Chief was talking about Second Amendment's not absolute.
Yeah.
If no amendment's absolute,
Right. We can just all quit paying our.
I'm
income
thinking
tax.
I need to start holding on to my federal income tax withheld.
The funny thing about his ignorant ass statement is the only ones that are in fact absolute are the first 10. Everything else might be editable, but the first 10 certainly aren't.
Right, they're the foundation.
So, those are what you would call inalienable rights. Not that we don't violate those all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Your Fourth Amendment, your First Amendment, that shit's in violated all the time.
Yep.
The government loves to violate your Fourth Amendment right.
Absolutely.
They do it every opportunity they get.
Absolutely. You're 100% correct.
So, the fact of the matter is if the U.S. saw another country doing to its citizens what the U.S. is trying to do to its citizens, the U.S. would invade and destroy the U.S.
Yeah. We've actually gone into other countries for doing less than what our country's currently doing to us.
Right.
But that's different.
Yeah, absolutely. That shit would never happen here. Not in the U.S.
Well,
you can trust the government. Just ask the Native Americans.
oh yeah, because they got treated so well.
Hey, here's these free blankets and some whiskey.
Oh shit. Oh.
Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're spot on. I can't, I can't dispute that.
So
We screwed the Native Americans hard and didn't even leave a men on the billow.
Well, we screwed them, but I definitely think they're doing okay nowadays. When it comes to, let me rephrase. When it comes to making money, they're doing all right. Now, what they're not choosing to do with it, that's on them.
Right.
Because the worst schools and living conditions in this country happen on reservations.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the white man's fault. White man's the devil.
Well, we're called the devil by a lot of people, apparently. Not just them.
That's all right. So anyway, to answer the question of the title tonight, or when are we ever going to stop talking about January 6th? We won't. It will never stop.
No, no. In the history books,
that is the feather in the cap.
Yeah.
For these fools.
Well, here's the thing. Everything I read tonight, all the stuff I forwarded to Vanguard, none of the articles I read were non-biased. Every single article that I read was
right.
The Trump lies, the insurrection. When I see those two statements, I already know that I'm not reading a true news report. I'm reading an op-ed from somebody who works for whatever company. And that's, there's your problem.
Newsmax currently is running on their ticker. Fewer Americans blame Trump for January 6th now than at the time that it happened.
I can believe that.
So,
I mean, did Trump have something to do with it? No. Not in my opinion. Now, did he get people in a lather about what was going on? Sure, but I mean, those two damn reconstituted California raisins in the damn Capitol Hill, those two incite shit all day long, and nothing's done to them.
Yeah, well, they do it like it's their job.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, you've got representatives from New York saying, "Hey, if you don't pass this gun control, we'll abolish the filibuster. We'll pack the court." Those are actual acts of sedition, and ain't shit said about it.
Nope. Because ultimately, that's what they want to do. They don't want the filibuster because they can't get shit done now. If the shoe was on the other foot, they'd be bitching and screaming because they don't want the filibuster done away with. Same thing with, it's always through their lens what's important.
Right.
So if it doesn't benefit them right now, let's get rid of it. We can push our agenda, do X, Y, Z, and stay in power. And, at least Manchin at one time had the common sense to say, look, if you do away with this is going to come back to bite us in the ass.
I mean, to be fair, he is still saying that.
Well, no, I'm saying there's other views he has on things I don't agree with. I'm
Oh,
saying
absolutely.
in
Yeah,
that case, he said, this is bad. I'm not going to vote for it. And I think Sinema was the same way. Now his view on nobody needs an AR-15, an automatic weapon. Don't get on national TV and do a soundbite and be ignorant. At least if you're going to take a side, educate yourself before you start running your mouth.
Right. Well, and I was watching a live stream earlier today, or a video the other day, where the dude was like, now, I don't know about civilians having automatic weapons. That might not be so good. Like, why would that not be good? Somebody explain to me why civilians having automatic weapons would not be good.
Well, not too long ago, they wanted to defund the police.
Right.
Take
the
away
same
the guns.
ass clowns. Right.
Yeah.
And then you got these Antifa cats on there. Oh, what about the back in the blue? When they come to take your shit, are you gonna shoot them? Well, I'm your Huckleberry.
See, they want all these background checks for firearms, no loopholes, but yet they want to do a gun buyback. I'm sorry, I'm not selling my gun to the government because
they never owned it in the first place.
Nope.
One, they never owned it. Two, you show me anything in the government that is competent or mentally competent. Sorry.
Right. You got the largest group of mass murderers in the world are trying to say, "Oh, let's take your guns because you guys don't need them. We'll protect you."
Yeah, I don't need anybody to protect me. I can protect myself and my family.
As is your
guns in China.
goddamn
Look what
right.
happened.
Right. Look at China. Look at Russia.
Yeah.
Look at a whole lot of places.
Look at Germany.
Yeah, because that worked out so good for the German Jews.
Mm-hmm. They got to ride on fancy trains.
So, just saying, we did the same thing to the Indians.
Yeah, we did. We did. I mean, it all goes back to there's two sets of rules right now, and one side seems to think they can do and say whatever they want, and since nobody in any lead law enforcement capacity is doing anything about it because they're all political
Right. They're all playing the same political game.
Right. I mean,
the FBI is nothing more than the armed branch of the DNC. That's it.
yep. And so's the DHS.
That is it.
So the very people who are supposed to protect the integrity of the country and protect us nationally here on our own soil are doing nothing but being lackeys for the DNC.
I firmly believe at this point that the only federal and law enforcement officers that we got in this country that are worth the shit
Marshals.
are your border patrol agents.
I'd say marshals too.
I would say give them a chance of, hey, do this or lose your job and go to jail. The vast majority of marshals, they gonna turn into some jackboots real quick.
Maybe. I mean, you
U.S.
may have a
marshals ain't what
point.
they used to be.
Maybe not. But I agree with you about the border patrol. They seem to be pretty legit. And they're going to do their job one way or the other, regardless.
Yeah, well, they're gonna
that's
try
more
to
than
do their job.
Exactly.
The reality is they've been absolutely hobbled by this administration.
Oh yeah, they're hamstrung beyond belief. Absolutely.
You know?
Now, on a local level, and several of us can, preach this. On the local level, you may have municipalities or law enforcement locally that do their job and try, but they're on a much more narrow scope. They're not, a local police is a totally different ball of wax compared to a Fed.
I would much rather trust a deputy than local police anymore.
Right.
Because deputies are under the sheriff. Sheriff is a elected position.
Right.
Whereas a police chief is not an elected position. Police chiefs are nominated by the
mayor.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what Spanky's doing over there. But it's going to be up to our sheriffs because they are the supreme law enforcement of the land.
Right.
Well, see, where I'm at, the sheriffs, I mean, yeah, we've got, a sheriff and whatnot, but you don't so much deal with the sheriffs and the deputies on any kind of level because the county police are the ones who handle everything. The only thing the sheriffs do is court related.
Not out here.
I would rather be in a position where the sheriffs do things.
The vast majority of it's all sheriff's deputies out here. Yeah,
right.
you got your city departments, but the reality is, like out here where I'm at, most of these city departments are so small that they don't have the budget to hire officers. So you got the same 5 Barney Fifes that eat breakfast at the local cafe every morning.
Yep.
Yep.
Hey, they're supporting local business, so
yeah, I'm sure they are. Well, I'm sure they are. They keeping Deb's Cafe in business of coffee and donuts for sure. Because you know what they're not doing? They're not running into schools saving youngins.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of that, did any of you catch what happened in Alabama?
Yes.
Yeah.
That
Good.
SRO
Did his job?
Yeah.
Yeah, ain't that funny? Ain't that funny? A sheriff's deputy did his job.
Yep.
Amen. See? Chalk went up for deputies.
But here's the thing, you won't see that on mainstream media.
No.
No,
Just
that's
like
going to
you
be
won't see, just like you won't see the story about the woman that stopped that dude from shooting up a graduation party.
Yep.
You won't see that in the news media. Why? Because it doesn't fit the narrative. They
Nope.
can't
Exactly.
they can't push their agenda of crazy white dudes shooting up places.
Well, see, this all goes back to my whole bitch about the whole media. If you're a true news organization, it should be incumbent upon you that you have to report everything.
Right. Well, the reality is we ain't had a real news agency since what's his name back in the '70s retired.
You talking about Cronkite?
Yeah, that's the last time we had a news agency in this country. But since then, they've all been entertainment, news entertainment.
Basically, they've been televised shock jocks.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Ever since and that all started when they started putting Howard Stern on the TV.
Oh dear Lord, he's
Right?
another fucktard.
You know, but Walter Cronkite was the last real evening news reporter we had in this country because
Yeah.
he did not put his personal opinions into anything. He would say, "These are the facts of what we know. You decide for yourself."
Yep, you're right. Absolutely right.
You know, now it's Fox News Entertainment, CNN News Entertainment. You know,
It's
and they're all
man,
owned by Disney Entertainment. So, you know, shit, I might as well turn on Disney Plus and watch iCarly to get my daily news.
damn.
This is equally effective.
Oh shit. I mean, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you, brother.
Yeah, but I'm not laughing.
Well, you gotta laugh or you gotta cry. Which one you gonna do?
I get mad.
Okay, but then you tear up shit.
Well, maybe somebody needs to get mad and tear some shit up.
Well, yes. We'll leave it at that.
So, you know, there's a reason that alternative news media is absolutely whipping that ass in every aspect
Well,
in the
yeah, I
last
mean,
5 years.
here's the thing. You know, if in my case, I can't speak for everyone else, but I remember when COVID first hit and how oh my Lord, what are we going to do? This, that, and other. They got triage tents set up outside the hospital. This, that, you know. I saw it. I didn't
Yeah.
know. You know, I thought it was legit. I'll step out there and say that. But then I started thinking about stuff and paying attention after I started fooling around on YouTube of all places. And you know, don't get me wrong, I understand there's a lot of bullshit out there. But it made me think, and the more I thought, and the more I started watching things and looking at the narratives that are being pushed and everything else, I'm sorry, I had to start questioning things. And as soon as I started doing that, it opened my eyes up to a whole nother avenue.
Yeah.
And now, you know, back then I would say, oh yeah, I saw this on YouTube or I saw this on the internet. You know, back then I would never even thought to get information from where I get it from now. But now that I'm more of a free thinker, hell, that's the only place I will go. I'm not going to watch network news.
The only excuse me. The reality is the only reliable place anymore to get news is from citizen reporters filming and saying this is what I filmed.
Yep, exactly. That's exactly.
You know, that's the citizen reporters are the exact reason why we knew exactly what was happening in Ukraine when it was happening.
It's why we knew what was really happening on January 6th.
Right. Citizen reporters are the main reason why we have been able to sit here on this live stream time in and time out, predicting this is what's going to happen and being right over and over and over again. If that's one reason right there to follow and subscribe to our YouTube channel, just go look at the history of what we've talked about 3, 4, 5 months in advance of things happening.
Yeah.
And nailing it.
Yep, absolutely. We may be a little rough around the edges, but we're good folks. And we're going to tell you exactly how it is every time. We're not going to mince words. But he's right. Demon's spot on. You know, we do have a track record to back up what we're saying. So
And that's not to tip the hat to us per se,
No.
because a lot of the people sitting here in our live stream watching are there in the backgrounds discussing all this kind of stuff with us too. We might happen to be the ones sitting on the live stream currently, but if it weren't for a network of people that read and do research and
daily,
bring forth these things,
Yep.
I mean, we ain't got enough time in the day to
no.
lay out all of this stuff as we understand it to be.
You're exactly right. It's a group effort, and if it wasn't for all these other people that you don't even see right here, which we keep trying to get them to come on, they just don't want to. It's a huge group effort. We got people that do nothing but drop facts all day long, because that's what they do. That's their thing, and that's where we get a lot of our information.
So, if that means that we get to be the mouthpiece of reality that somebody down the road might check out, hey, cool. If we can shuffle them towards this is what we found. Here's the proof of where we found it, and that causes them to wake the hell up a little bit. Excellent. That's the whole goal.
We try, Patriot Nation. We truly do.
Look, Liz Cheney's over there talking about how the National Guard was forced to sleep in parking lots now. Like she actually gives a shit.
I didn't see her rushing out there with no fucking dominoes and sleeping bags.
Well, how about this? If them people was all so concerned about it, they could have fronted a little bit of money and had them cats staying in a hotel. But no, we ain't gonna have that. We don't want all these people with guns running around staying where we stay in.
Well, okay, but here
they can sleep outside with the dogs.
More of that damn hypocrisy. Okay, if you don't want all these people with guns around you, then don't be asking them to fucking protect you.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, 95% of those National Guardsmen didn't want to fucking be there protecting your sorry crooked ass to begin with.
I might have had them. I'm going to tell you, I might have had to have been AWOL for that event. I'd take that Article 15.
Well, but you know what? One thing I can say, the states that said fuck this and called their people back, kudos to them.
Well, states did. States did call their people back.
Yeah, I know Texas did it.
Texas did. I think Georgia did. Florida did. Florida, I think, was one of the first. It was like, yeah, y'all can kick rocks.
Yeah.
We ain't sending nobody nowhere ever again. Bye, Felicia.
Tell Bowser to get some of her crack damn police force over there to protect them.
Oh, Papa DeSantis threw up the deuces, and he did it on two separate hands.
Did y'all see what DeSantis said today?
No, please share because I know it's going to be good no matter what it was.
He said every person that takes one of their childs to one of those strip clubs is going to have child protective services issued on them.
Good.
Hot damn, good. Get that ass.
Well, now, I don't know if y'all have ever been to any place of adult setting, right? But does it not say you have to be a certain age to be in there?
Yes, it does.
Your house, so no.
Is that not a city ordinance law?
I would think it is. I mean, I can't speak for municipality.
You can't go in. I know in some states you can't even go into a vape shop unless you're 21.
Correct.
Right.
But you can go into a strip club with children. I don't think so.
Nope.
Well, it's a family friendly drag show.
Dude, there's nothing family friendly about walking up a strip club.
Hey, I'm right there with you, Bubba. I got you. I'm tracking. I'm just saying.
I'm not knocking the strip club. More power to you. I can honestly say I've never stepped foot in one. But
see, Vanguard walked into one day and he says, "Man, they really changed Chuck E. Cheese."
Hey,
This
all
is coming
jokes,
out of my car.
all jokes aside, Demon knows that the city that I'm talking about, that's possibly could happen.
Oh, 100%. Without a doubt, no questions asked.
I mean, yeah, in that town, you got a Bible store, a small church, Sunset Novelties, and adult store and a liquor store all in the same complex.
All in the same strip mall.
You can get your fix, get right, and find Jesus, all in a 100-foot walk.
Hey,
You just start on one end of the spectrum and end up on the other.
hey, that's right. Look, hey, I'll tell you something else that I was really impressed with about old Daddy DeSantis. 5 days ago, he cut a whole bunch of funding for a spring training site for the Tampa Bay Rays, and he did it over the Tampa Bay Rays decided to pop off about some gun safety on tweets in the Twitterverse, and Ron DeSantis said, "That's fine. You ain't getting no money, bitches." He said, I will no longer support giving taxpayer dollars to professional sports stadiums."
But see, here's the thing. Tax dollars should never be given to shit like that to begin with.
I completely agree with you, but it happens. It's happened all over the.
You're absolutely right. It happens everywhere, but it should never. That's like mixing church and state. You can't do it.
Well, yes and no. I understand what you're saying, but the reality is that the Constitution would have not been written had you separated church and state.
No. I was using it as a example. I'm not saying that.
Right.
I support the whole church thing. It should never been taken out. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just using that as an example to show what I'm saying. No, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Bottom line.
But I mean, Ron DeSantis has been killing it down there in Florida. What, three weeks ago they signed a bill banning picketing in front of private homes.
Mm-hmm.
He took away the special taxpayer status of Disney. I mean,
yeah,
dude, he's been killing it down there.
He's been putting fire to ass. That's what needs to happen. You need more governors to do the same thing.
New York Times did an opinion piece a couple weeks ago. Is Ron DeSantis the future of the Republican Party? Well, probably.
Possibly. But here's the thing: if Ron DeSantis becomes the future of the Republican Party, let's say that he puts his name in the hat for president, and he gets elected.
Who takes over Florida?
That's what scares the shit out of me.
But I don't, and that's why I don't think everybody keeps saying, "Oh, DeSantis 2024." I don't see DeSantis running for president in 2024 because he knows that there's nobody there to take over for him in the state of Florida that would.
I think he's happy doing exactly what he's doing. Yeah. He's not. He doesn't strike me, and this may just be my opinion. He doesn't strike me as your typical politician that's looking to climb the ranks and become a presidential candidate.
I'll say this: he's the only. Him and the lieutenant governor are the only two running for the Republican Party in Florida this year in 2022. So for the governorship.
I feel confident they'll get reelected.
Well, yeah, when your option is, Charlie Crist, I think you're doing okay. When your opposition is Charlie Crist, I think you're probably all right.
That's like running against Homer Simpson. So, but yeah, I look for him to get reelected. I hope he does.
Yeah, I think he's going to hang out in Florida, and then what would it be? 2028, he'll run. That's
maybe.
What I'm thinking. I don't know, man. He's setting a pretty strong pace right now.
He is, but I just don't. He doesn't strike me as your typical politician who has aspirations to the federal level.
Yeah, but he may be in a situation where, he starts getting wind of who's going to run, and then he's like, well, if I don't run, then this is what we're going to wind up with, right? Yeah,
you may have a valid point there. I could see that happening. It may be one of the deals where, you know what, maybe I need to step in here and try to save things.
Yeah.
So, in which case, I'll vote for him.
Oh yeah, hell yeah! I'll go
I'll
ahead and
vote
write.
for
I'll
that.
go ahead and write that down in a contract.
Absolutely. Got my vote, buddy. So, just hope for the
Yeah.
best. But,
Well, I think we done it up tonight, y'all.
yeah, time went by. We didn't go down too many rabbit holes.
Shit, that's what I'm gonna start calling this, the rabbit hole. I like it. You know, a lot of information. Never a boring moment on here.
Nope.
Well, it's been a while since old Ranger Jay has been on here and attentive. We're gonna see if he's got something to say tonight.
Oh, let's see here. Oh. Let's see here. No, I don't. No, I don't.
Come on, impart something. Come on now.
Okay. Like, subscribe, sign up. If you like what you see on the lives, go to the website, sign up, become a member. We're always looking for new members, good quality members, ones that are worth a shite. Carry always, stay dangerous. And sisters, so. That's it.
You sure? Okay.
All right, who we waiting on now? Let's see.
Sorry, I had to dip out for a second.
All right, good. We closing out. You back in perfect time, man. What you want to leave them with there, Demon?
To steal a line from Ranger Day, stay safe, carry always, keep your powder dry, because we're gonna need it before long, I believe. It's a hot mess around this joint. Hot mess. So, keep your head on a swivel. Pay attention to what's happening.
Hell yeah.
That's about all I got for right now.
All right, till you hit us with some of that 1776 knowledge.
First and foremost, if you pray, you need to be praying every day. For
Absolutely.
you, your family, and for this country, because that's the only way it's going to get better. It's in God's hands. And basically, we're his instruments. We need that guidance, what needs to happen. So you need to remember that always. Beyond that, pay attention to what's going on around you, both locally, nationally, globally. And anything that seems to be in the headlines in the media, you need to be looking at everything else. Because whatever's on that headline is what they're wanting you to notice. You need to be paying attention to everything. So, that being said, stay safe, stay strapped, stay dangerous, folks. Have a good evening.
Big 10-4, big 10-4. So like T said, me personally, with all the gun laws going on, perfect timing for them to start putting all of this January 6th hearing public, right? I mean, it's been going on for almost 2 years, and now we get public hearings on it. Come on now. So the joke's on them. I'm not falling for it. Several people will, unfortunately, because whatever comes out on CNN is what they believe. Myself personally, I don't even watch that shit, but anyway, yeah, y'all stay safe out there. Pay attention. Look at the small things. Don't get hung up on the January 6th hearing. It's just going to all be political bait. They're going to smash the conservatives, smash the patriots. That's all it's there for. Y'all make sure you share, like, subscribe. Patriot Nation, appreciate the donations, buddy. It goes to keeping the channel going. So we do appreciate that. Sorry I didn't get to hit you with a shout out. But other than that, y'all stay safe, and we will see y'all Tuesday. Take care.